And all of a sudden this morning, not going to say it's because of me, the headline on ESPN's website seemed to change as it related to that Sun Fever game. Like somebody said, oh yeah, we should probably mention the fact that Caitlin Clark struggled in game 1. Sam, you can't have it both ways when it comes to Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. The story of that game was Marina Marbury scoring almost 3 points off the Connecticut bench.
Yeah.
Listen, the Connecticut guard play, and this is something that we didn't really talk about all year, but the Connecticut guard play is one that will shut down Caitlin Clark, and like you saw that in game 1. That's why Connecticut has the 1-0 series lead here. Yeah, Jason, do I think that she'll continue to struggle? No, but you're right. The narrative does have to reflect that she did. I agree with you there.
Yeah. And I mean, she was horrendous yesterday, and I saw it affecting it affecting some of what she was doing on the defensive end too, and that's even more of a problem. NASCAR, Kyle Larson, shocker, your winner in Bristol. He led. This is insane. It's a 500 lap race. He led for like 460 laps of that race. I mean, it doesn't get any more dominating than what Kyle Larson did at the Bristol night race on Saturday night in Bristol, obviously.
F1 style win for really your boy Kyle Larson. Shout out to our boy Tino Patino, who was on Kyle Larson to win the race. Bristol's a fun track. I have been there. The banking is even more insane than it looks on TV. I can honestly report that I got to the top of the bank in the turn and got scared for how steep it was that I had to walk back down. But yeah, always fun to see the night race there.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV. Now on Roku devices on this Monday, September 23rd. Good evening. I'm Chris Palermo. Here's what's happening. A vehicle versus pedestrian crash occurred today at the Home Depot loading dock, sending one man to the hospital. News 25 has more on this story.
On Monday, September 23rd, just after 2:30 p.m., a vehicle versus pedestrian crash occurred at Home Depot near the wood loading dock. According to witnesses at the scene, the victim was lying on the ground attempting to jack up his vehicle when he was ran over by a white Chevy truck. News 25 spoke with the driver of that truck, who said it was an accident and that he did not see the man lying on the ground when he drove up. Prompt Valley Fire and Rescue rushed the man to Desert View Hospital with unknown injuries. No more details have been provided at this time. News 25 will have more on this story as it develops.
And more news now. A Las Vegas man is in the hospital in critical condition after a woman staying with him shot him. Roy Rosell has more.
Over the weekend, Las Vegas Metro officers were dispatched for a male shot in the leg at a residential home in the Enterprise area of Las Vegas. Upon arrival, officers cleared the home and located the victim. The victim was unresponsive and, according to reports, bleeding profusely. Medical personnel arrived on scene and transported the victim to UMC in an unknown condition. The female that was at the residence at the time has been detained and placed into a patrol vehicle. The immediate area surrounding the Plainton Lily location was closed during further. Please keep you updated on this developing story.
And Henderson police are investigating a homicide following a shooting early Saturday morning that left a man dead. Here's what we know.
Henderson police are investigating a shooting that left a 33-year-old man dead early Saturday morning. Authorities responded to reports of gunfire around 4 a.m. on September 21st in the 1000 block of Wellness Place near Gibson Road and Galleria Drive. Upon arrival, they found the man with gunshot wounds, and despite life-saving efforts, he was pronounced dead at the scene. According to police, the incident began when the victim was approached by another man armed with a gun, who demanded his cell phone and wallet. In response, the victim drew his own weapon and shot the assailant in self-defense. The suspect's identity has not been released. The man who fired the shots remained at the scene and is cooperating with investigators. Authorities have classified the case as a homicide, but reassured the public that there is no ongoing threat to the community. Officers are urging anyone with information about the shooting to contact the Henderson Police Department. Tips can also be submitted anonymously through Crime Stoppers.
More news now. A speeding, unlicensed teenager crashes into a sedan, leaving 2 people deceased. News 25 reporter Anthony Roberts has the details.
On Saturday, September 21st, around 4:30 p.m., the Las Vegas Metro received a report of a 2-vehicle crash on Lamb Boulevard near Lake Mead. According to police, an unlicensed 16-year-old was driving an SUV at a high rate of speed traveling northbound on Lamb Boulevard when the SUV struck the driver's side of a car attempting to turn onto Lamb. Both the driver and the passenger of the sedan were pronounced dead at the scene. The 16-year-old, along with the 11-year-old passenger, were taken to a nearby hospital and later released. Las Vegas Metro Sergeant Stuart Richmond released a video on Twitter urging people to slow down.
Sergeant Richmond, Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. Here we are on the scene of a devastating collision involving 2 deaths. That's right, 2 deaths right now on this collision. We have 2 dead people on scene that won't be going home to their parents or their loved ones. As you can see, this vehicle behind, possibly we have some speed involved in this, with some devastating impacts. This is a reckless decision. We have an unlicensed driver driving this vehicle, and 2 families are devastated by it. Please, Las Vegas, slow down. Pay attention to the roads. Remember, save a life, even if it's yours.
Two Las Vegas police officers are being honored for their life-saving rescue of a woman in a domestic violence situation during a high-speed chase. Ava Parducci has more.
2 officers from the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department are being recognized for their life-saving actions during a dramatic rescue that was captured on body camera footage back in February. Officers Ryan Levi and Cesar Cantu were conducting a traffic stop near Pecos and Washington on February 21st when they noticed a woman in a passing vehicle silently signaling for help. The officers decided to pursue the vehicle after the driver ignored their attempts to pull him over. As the chase intensified, the suspect drove into oncoming traffic on US 95. Officer Cantu communicated the dangerous situation to dispatch while Officer Levi focused on the pursuit. Just 37 seconds after entering the freeway, the suspect collided with another vehicle and came to a stop against the barrier wall, where the officers could hear the woman screaming for help. As they approached, they witnessed the man attempting to strangle the woman with a rope. Officer Levi aimed his weapon at the suspect to prevent him from reaching for any weapons while trying to separate him from the victim. When the suspect did not comply with commands, the officers were forced to use physical force to subdue him. The suspect was arrested and the woman was safely pulled from the vehicle. Both officers will receive the department's Medal of Honor at the upcoming Best of the Badge Gala on October 5th, which honors exceptional service in the department.
And coming up, all the coverage you've ever wanted on the Pahrump Fall Festival. You're watching News 25.
If this is your wreck, you need a check.
If this is your wreck, you definitely need a check.
Hurt in a wreck? Need a check?
We're Lerner & Rowe. Make one call, that's all.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
I hate car shopping. I don't like dealing with all the rude salespeople.
We get it. Greg here with the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza. Have you noticed that prices have skyrocketed and the level of service has tanked? Whatever it is we're shopping for, so have we. If you're shopping for your next vehicle, try the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza. Visit us on PahrumpCars.com to shop from a great selection of new Chevrolet and GMCs, plus hundreds of quality pre-owned vehicles.
Wow, the Auto Plaza makes it easy.
Hi, I'm Ava from KPVM News, and we're so happy to have you watching our station. Your support is crucial to us and makes our services possible. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the advertisement you're seeing. Is it relevant to you? Have any advertisements caught your interest? To help us keep delivering the latest news and valuable content, we need your feedback on our ads immediately. Please take a few minutes to visit our website at kpvm.tv and complete our brief survey on the homepage. By doing so, we can share this information with our advertisers. Thank you for your support.
Did you know that more than 80% of Americans want to spend their final days at home surrounded by loved ones? Sadly, most of them spend that time in a hospital. But at Nathan Adelson Hospice, our team meets the needs of patients and their families during the end-of-life journey at home. Hospice care is about focusing on what truly matters, your time together. And not all hospices are the same. So ask your doctor for a referral to Nathan Adelson Hospice.
Wounded Warrior Project empowers post-9/11 veterans and their families with life-changing programs and services.
They came to see me in the hospital, and they've been a constant in my life ever since.
We help warriors get the expert care to adjust back to civilian life.
I got the mental health support I needed to face my PTSD, and now I'm a much better husband and father because of it.
Together with a community of supporters, we make sure no warrior has to face their challenges alone.
I found adaptive sports and made connections. Now I know I can do anything I put my mind to.
Our hands-on programs, community support, and ongoing advocacy help veterans realize what's possible.
I realized it shows strength to ask for help.
I realized new therapies could work for me.
I realized a new purpose, helping other warriors.
And now I know anything is possible.
Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/together.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
Get Lerner and Rowe. Get your check. Get Lerner and Rowe.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
Get Lerner and Rowe. Get smart. Get Lerner and Rowe.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
And welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. Great weekend at the Pahrump Fall Festival. Happened all weekend, and News 25 captured the excitement roaring through the community.
The town of Pahrump hosted their annual Pahrump Fall Festival this year in Petrick Park. The festival began Thursday night with entertainment, a carnival, vendors, food, and lots of fun. Friday and Saturday night, an awesome rodeo show came with bronco busting, roping, barrel racing, and so much more. And inside of the Bob Red Community Center, once again there was an arts and crafts fair. The stage brought all different types of bands and entertainment that was scheduled for this year, bringing many people to the dance floor and games for children and adults that was sponsored by Valley Electric Association. The classic car show was held, and of course the carnival rides and games were held on the field, bringing the town together to ride carnival rides until closing. A huge thank you to the Nye County Sheriff's Office and the Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue for coming out and ensuring safety during this event.
And do you think you might have lost your wallet, cell phone, or other items at the Pahrump Fall Festival activities? Please check with Courtney or Arlette at the Pahrump Tourism Building. That's Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. More news now. Team Trump campaigned in our swing state on Saturday with some former Democratic political powerhouses. News 25 Las Vegas correspondent Maria Centers now joins us with the details from this event.
After their Trump transition, Tulsi Gabbard and RFK Jr. campaigned on his behalf here in Las Vegas over the weekend, with now just 42 days to go till Election Day on November 5th. During their address to Clark County, both ex-Democratic leaders detailed why they left the left-leaning party and why they believe all voters should place principles before personalities when it comes to our constitutional rights. Let's check this one out.
Over 20 years ago when I joined the Democrat Party, it was once that big open tent party that celebrated free speech, that stood up and defended civil liberties and civil rights. It was a party that welcomed people from all different backgrounds and recognized we can have agreements and disagreements on issues.
Both former Democratic presidential candidates endorsed Trump last month.
Fast forward to where we are today, and the Democrat Party, unfortunately, is completely unrecognizable. And so when we look at, speaking for myself, why I've endorsed President Trump in this election and why I will do everything I can. When we look at what is at stake, it is nothing short of our ability as Americans, regardless of political affiliation, to truly live and thrive in a free, peaceful, and prosperous nation.
Nevada holds 6 electoral college votes in our swing state status.
When we recognize that that is what is at stake, we also then must recognize that when we compare and contrast the record of Donald Trump as president, and we compare that to Kamala Harris's record as vice president, we see a record of success under Donald Trump when it comes to freedom, peace, and prosperity. And we see a record of failure when it comes to Vice President Kamala Harris, when it comes to tyranny, war, and economic hardship. In this election, the choice is very clear. And it doesn't matter whether you agree or disagree on some issues with President Trump. This is not about personalities. This is nothing short of our future and our freedom on the line. And President Trump is our best hope to defend that freedom, to defend our future, to walk us back from the brink of World War III and nuclear war so that we can live out that promise that the founders of our country had for every single one of us as Americans.
This marks the first time a Kennedy publicly made the jump to Trump.
Democratic Party that we were raised in, the Democratic Party of John Kennedy or Robert F. Kennedy doesn't exist anymore. The Democratic Party that I grew up in was the party of peace against war. My father died running against the Vietnam War. My uncle spent 1,000 days in office fighting against his military-industrial complex, his intelligence apparatus to keep our country out of war. It was the party of constitutional rights, of civil rights, including, especially, beginning with freedom of speech. It's now the party of censorship, and it's the party of war.
The event was moderated by NASCAR champ Danica Patrick at the Robert E. Price Recreation Center. I'm Maria Centers with News 25 Las Vegas.
More local stories coming up. Sports, weather. You're watching News 25.
Hi, I'm attorney Jonathan Nelson of J.K. Nelson Law. If you're hearing this, it means you're probably not dead, which is great. Call our office today to schedule an appointment for your will or your trust so that your family can be taken care of when you pass away. On the other hand, if you've recently lost a loved one, now it's time to talk and go over how to administer their estate. In either case, give us a call today, 775-727-9900. Let us show you why we've been recognized by Best of Las Vegas and voted Best Attorney of Pahrump for the last 4 years. Call today, 775-727-9900.
Change can be scary, as if your life's been turned upside down. But it comes with growth and a sense of freedom, much like the openness of the American road. We always arrive where we are meant to be, riding on the shoulders of those before us and preserving the core values that led us on our journey. Join Touchstone Energy Cooperatives in celebrating the power of human connections.
Ace Country.
Rise and shine. Tune in Sunday mornings at 8 for the Classic Country Breakfast with me, Mikey. I'll be playing a whole hour of all the classics. From Willie. On the road again. To Johnny.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
To Patsy.
Crazy.
To Dolly.
Jolene, Jolene.
All the classic country music to start your Sunday morning. You bring the hash browns, and I'll bring the Hank.
Lift your voice.
One in 6 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime, and we're more than twice as likely to die from the disease.
Family history of prostate cancer can double your risk.
But when it's caught early, it's highly treatable.
For more than 30 years, PCF has funded cutting-edge research that speeds new treatments into clinics, helping patients live longer with fewer complications. Go to pcf.org/knowyourrisk today to learn more about prostate cancer and how you can advocate for yourself.
It's your health.
It's your life.
That first time seeing my son, I feel like my life did a 180. Being present is the most important part. To be the better mirror for my son. Bro, he brings the vibes, you know what I'm saying? He brings the party no matter what. He really a definition of like why he loves somebody. And I love him to the death of me.
That moment when people have outgrown their home and start looking for a new one. Each home is appraised to determine its market value, but one couple gets a low appraisal and cannot upgrade to a bigger house. Studies show that homes in Black and Latino neighborhoods are often appraised at less than fair market value. These unfair appraisals leave Black and Latino families stuck in place. If you believe your home has been unfairly appraised because of race or national origin, that could violate the Fair Housing Act. Contact HUD or your local Fair Housing Center. Go to hud.gov/fairhousing. That's hud.gov/fairhousing. Everyone has a right to fair housing. A public service message from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development in partnership with the National Fair Housing Alliance.
Let's go! Like Deadpool and Wolverine, you can be a hero.
Now that's a superhero landing.
Save a best friend for life at a shelter near you.
Us? A team? The answer is yes. Yeah! Look at you! She's coming with us!
No, she's not.
Oh, yes.
Visit bestfriends.org today and bring love home.
That's my girl!
1 in 4 people have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also an actor and advocate for disability inclusion across all aspects of life. The disability community is passionate, strong, powerful. We have so much to offer and deserve to be included in society. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Eat Your Seals is delivering services, advocacy, and local supports that elevate the communities for everyone. Let my Eat Your Seals make it yours.
Mom's Diner, the heart of Pahrump, is open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Something fun is always happening here, from the arrival of classic antique cars to watching the diner enjoy a Momstrosity burger. The food is so good, you'll think they stole your mama. Mom's Diner is open daily from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., 1242 East State Street, number 100. Dine in or take out. Call 775-751-9929.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. We recently spoke with Tom Waters about the Rotary Club's upcoming cash extravaganza.
Hi, I'm Dr. Tom Waters. I'm here to talk to you about the Rotary extravaganza. Each year, the Rotary Club, the Pahrump Valley Rotary Club, gives away $10,000. And in addition to a lot of other gifts, and it's always a fun event as they raise funds to help teachers and students with scholarships and so many other things in our community and nationwide. So we're encouraging you to buy tickets. It's a raffle. It's the Pahrump Valley Rotary Club 2024 Cash Extravaganza. It's on October 19th. It's on a Saturday, and it starts at 4 p.m. at Nevada Treasure RV Resort. If you buy a ticket, 2 people are allowed to come in with that ticket. But if you like a meal with that, the meals are $35 extra. You can see me or see any Rotarian about buying tickets. If you want to buy tickets from me All you have to do is send an email to twaters2015@gmail.com and say, I'd like 2 tickets with or without meals, and I'll reserve those tickets for you. So I'm going to say hurry. The tickets are $100 each, but you can win $10,000. The other thing is the theme is Halloween. So dress as a Halloween costume, and you could also win a prize for that.
In sports, the Raiders are having a tough go in this young NFL season. Mikey has more.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. The Las Vegas Aviators won their final game of the regular season last night, 6-5 against the El Paso Chihuahuas, and they won't be back until next April, so good luck to them. Las Vegas Aces won their first game in the first round of the WNBA playoffs last night over the Seattle Storm, 78-67, rematch tomorrow evening. Wrestling fans will soon be able to purchase tickets for one of WWE's biggest events in Las Vegas next year. WWE announced that tickets to WrestleMania 41 at Allegiant Stadium will go on sale Friday, October 25th. Fans can register now at WWE.com. The Raiders dropped their home opener against the Carolina Panthers on Sunday, 36-22. They welcome the Cleveland Browns this Sunday. Plum Valley Trojans girls soccer, they're at Mater East High School today. The JV game started at 4:30. Varsity starts at 6 p.m. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
That's the Lerner and Rowe weather cam right outside the television studios here in Pahrump, Mount Charleston. Now we are coming up upon some warmer than normal temperatures this week. It's been colder than normal last year. Maybe it'll balance in our forecast coming up.
It's Ram Power Days all month long, and the best place to save on your new Ram is at Saida Trudeau Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram. To celebrate, we are rolling out the savings on every new Ram in stock. We have over $6,000 off MSRP on all new 2024 Ram 1500 Trademan Crew Cab 4x4s. Or how about over $7,000 off MSRP on all new 2024 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4s. Every Ram in stock has been drastically reduced. Ram also has an available standalone rate as low as 5.9%. Did you know Ram won Insurance Institute for Highway Safety's top safety pick? It's true, Ram is head and shoulders above the competition. Not only are you getting a substantial savings, but Ram has exceptional durability, advanced safety features, and an impressive towing capacity. It's Ram Power Days going on now and all month long at your original hometown dealer, Saida Trudeau Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram.
Good evening, Nevada. I'm Kaylee Bentler in the News 25 Weather Studios with some regional weather to start with. Up in Fernley, we're at 83, Fallon 84, Carson City 82, Tonopah 81, Goldfield 83, Beatty at 94, Amargosa 99, Las Vegas 96, and Death Valley at 109. But in the paradise of Pahrump, we're currently at 94 degrees and sunny. We saw a high of 97. Winds in the west-southwest 8 miles per hour with a humidity at 9%. The sun rose at 6:33 and will set this evening at 6:38. Expect humidity at 17%, winds in the east 6 miles per hour with a low of 66 and clear skies. As for the rest of the week, seeing sun shining the whole time, but we are getting back up to those 100s. Tomorrow we're seeing 99. Throughout the week we're around there, Friday at 100, Saturday hitting 101. And towards the end of the week on Monday, we're at 98 degrees. That's your look at the weather. Back to the desk. Here's Chris.
Thank you very much, Kaylee. Looking pretty good and warm. And a final programming note here. We will have several rebroadcasts of the Fall Festival Parade right here on News 25. Look out for our Facebook page for broadcast times. That'll just about do it for us tonight. I'm Chris Palermo. Make it a great night.
I hate car shopping. I don't like dealing with all the rude salespeople.
We get it. Greg here with the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza. Have you noticed that prices have skyrocketed and the level of service has tanked? Whatever it is we're shopping for, so have we. If you're shopping for your